You guys turned it over 4 times. They got no points off those turnovers. Was that something you guys talked about in the huddle in terms of how important it was stopping them after the turnovers?
Yeah, I mean, we know our offense is explosive. We're a complementary team, so if the offense isn't firing, we got to pick up our end of the bargain. And, doing that and taking care of the offense, knowing that at some point they're going to turn around, and it's exactly what they did. So it was big for us, answer the call every time that we turned the ball over and being able to keep them no points.
You guys faced a sort of adversity this season that you haven't seen, so far. Just how were you able to respond to that every time?
I think that was a great test for us. A new team, a lot of new faces. You need to face adversity at some point in your season. So doing that today, I think, was awesome. And looking at the way we responded was even better. And it's really big for our team going forward.
I think even more than not a lot of points, I'm not sure you allowed a first down off of any one of your 4 turnovers, their takeaways. What is the message, if there is something spoken, when the defense is going out there specifically after one of those big change plays, one of those sort of unexpected turnovers?
The standard kind of stays the standard, no matter if we get the ball off the kickoff or if it's off a turnover. We want to be a dominant defense in this league, and 3 and outs are a part of being a dominant defense.
Think you guys are creating some believers around the Big Ten potentially?
For sure, but you listen to Coach Sig talk about it. It's rat poison. So we only really care about the opinions in this building, and just keeping those opinions to ourselves.
What were the conditions like out there on the field today?
They actually were not as bad as I thought. The fans really made this a great atmosphere for us. I guess they got Coach Sig's email, so that was big. Getting them here and packing the rock, but the field itself was fine.
What do you think when you saw that email?
It's awesome. Coach Sig brings that swagger, and he's bringing it to the students as well now. So it's pretty funny, but it was effective. So.
You hear anybody talking around campus about that in the last couple of days or two?
He did it when we were already in the hotel, so we didn't get to hear the consistency about it. But I think we'll hear about it tonight and going into tomorrow.
A lot has been made of kind of this quote-unquote new Indiana team. With the result today and the atmosphere today, do you guys think you're closer to that?
We still have a long way to go. The defense let off a lot of explosive plays that aren't really acceptable to our standard. The offense obviously had its struggles in the first half, but we're taking steps forward, and I think we're getting there one step at a time.
Do you guys start to feel the fans starting to buy in and believe more and more?
Oh, for sure. It was huge today. You can feel them. Every big third down, every big, 4th down coming down to that last possession. So it was huge having them here.
You feel like it's a resilient defense?
For sure.
Was the kind of tests that you were talking about?
Yeah, Coach Haynes talks about it. We haven't really been tested as much as we'd like so far. We kind of prepare that we're going into war each week, and, we got that today.
Did you see from the front 4 today?
They were dominant. Across the front 4, going into the depth pieces as well. They were really dominant. They played a great game, and even James Carpenter had 2 sacks today. Mikhail has sacks today. They're just explosive up front.
Did it look a lot like what the success looked like for James Madison last year on defense? Was that kind of the blueprint, the same blueprint?
For sure. Just being able to let them play free and play fast and aggressive, and let the linebackers kind of eat behind them.
Talk about the linebackers. You and Jalen combined for a sack earlier in this game. What does that say about your guys' ability to not just drop back into pass coverage but do everything?
It's funny. Me and him will compete with ourselves. Who's going to make the more what we call splash plays, the explosive. So we came off. We saw we both got 0.5. So we'll split it today. But it just speaks to how well we're prepared. Our coaches really put us in such good positions to make plays and make those explosive plays that we compete for. So it's good to come out here and be able to show that to the fans.
You guys gave up that one long touchdown run, but no rather real big explosive plays. Just, I guess, what was the sideline like after that big play, and I guess how do you kind of bounce back from that?
I think after we watched the film and we kind of flushed it from our memory, we were back to being the standard that we hold. It was a mistake on the just kind of like the front 7, so we'll clean that up and it won't happen again.
The motivation when you go on the field after a turnover, tell me about that defensively to try to play complementary football and kind of bail the offense out at that point. What's your mentality as?
For the defense, we're thinking they think they have the momentum now. They're trying to build on that. And this game is just full of momentum. So once you get that rolling, it's hard to stop. So in our mind, and what we're trying to do is stop that momentum before it even gets started.
What was the environment in the locker room after the game?
It was awesome. Coach Sig was pretty excited. His first home Big Ten win, so it was pretty good. And all the players are pretty stoked about the win. But getting ready for Northwestern next week.